What is happening on YouTube right now? I'm seeing so many creators quitting the platform. People like Maddie Hapoya, Cinecom, Tom Scott, the game theorists, and so many more quitting the platform, or at least taking a step away, or reducing the amount they put up, or changing the way they're going about it. But why? Why is there this shift to quit YouTube? I mean, this is a serious change. We haven't seen this level of quitting or shifting on the platform really since the beginning. So why is it happening now? What's different about 2024 that's caused creators to want to make a departure? For so many people, this is a dream career. Children grow up wanting to be YouTubers, they want to be content creators. So why would the people at the top of their games leave this? Well, think about it. To be a YouTuber at the caliber that some of these folks are at, well, it requires a huge amount of commitment, sacrifice, time. You're pouring so much into this career. And when you hit these high levels, this A-list type of YouTuber status, there's a lot more business behind it than there is creativity. You're dumping a lot more time into these sacrifices, into running your business, than you are doing the creative stuff, the stuff that small YouTubers start doing, the stuff that these people who at one time were small fell in love with. Marques Brownlee talks about this in one of his recent videos, and I think he put it really well, so I want to restate an analogy he made. If you think about a career choice or a talent, let's think about something like basketball. There's a difference in loving the game of basketball and playing it with your friends and making a career of it. To achieve the levels of joining the NBA, for example, you need to have an extraordinary amount of talent, amount of luck, amount of sacrifice. You're giving up so much of your personal time to achieve this goal. And so if we think about YouTube in that way, becoming one of these A-tier YouTubers, there's so much poured into it. It's not just creating videos for fun, or not just posting little snippets of your life on the internet. It's much, much more than that. Early creators fall in love with the platform because they use it as an opportunity to showcase their creativity, to talk about things that they love, to build out a channel, talking about a niche that they truly feel connected to. But as they grow, the snowball becomes more about scaling their business and growing their brand than maybe it does about the creative part of the video making process. And so I'm actually noticing that there's a different trend going on YouTube as well, where some of these creators who've built massive brands with tons of employees are actually scaling back. So as opposed to quitting, they're changing the way they go about things. Take Matt D'Avella, for example. This is a guy who built a huge channel on YouTube, and he had many, many employees. He was running a blog, he was running a newsletter, running so many things. And just this year, he decided, I'm gonna scale it all back. It's gonna be just me, just like I started. I'm not gonna spend any more of my time managing people or managing the business. It's gonna be more about creating the content, more back to the focus of creativity. And I think that's where a lot of these big creators, when they talk about quitting YouTube, are coming from. It became about too much more than the creative endeavor that is making videos. And there's a push to get back to that. There's a lot of burnout that comes from running a business and doing all of these other things, a lot of stress that comes from managing employees, ensuring you're hitting financial goals, keeping up with the ever-moving train that is content. And a lot of creators want to step back from that, and they want to just create content, to feel that joy of building something, of using their creative senses to make a video. And I think all of this requires a look at what's going on in social media and YouTube in particular. After 2020, there was a huge shift to short form content, maybe even a little before 2020, with the emergence of social platforms like TikTok. Suddenly Instagram had Reels and YouTube had Shorts, and everybody wanted small, bite-sized content. But if you look at some of your favorite YouTubers nowadays, things are changing. The Mr. Beastification of YouTube made a real focus on attention spans and quick edits and overproduction, and suddenly that's changing. So many YouTubers are making videos more like this, where they'll sit in front of a camera and talk for 10, 20 minutes even, just giving you a raw, authentic look at their thoughts. And why do I think this change is happening? Well, I think people want authenticity again. They want to go back to just enjoying someone conversing or showing what it is they care about, as opposed to focusing merely on what the audience wants and the attention span of the audience. This is really shifting. I ask you to go look at some of your favorite creators and look at their last couple uploads and see if you've noticed this trend. And let me know in the comments down below if you have. These types of videos, sitting here and talking to the camera. And this shift feels like it comes with the big YouTube quit, if you will. People are wanting to change the way that content is consumed, created, and the way things have come about. I'll go to another analogy that Marques Brownlee uses. He says, think of content like a treadmill. Think of your channel, your social media output like a treadmill. You can choose the speed at which you're outputting, the speed at which you're running on that track. It doesn't need to slowly crank up and turn until it's faster and faster. And a lot of YouTubers fall into this and it becomes too fast to even handle and they crash and burn. Instead, allow yourself to dial it back. Maybe you're outputting a little less, but you're enjoying it and you can maintain it for a lot longer. And I think that's what we're seeing now across YouTube, across social media. People are dialing it back and they're tuning in to the perfect spot on that treadmill where they feel they can maintain that creative juice, that creative vigor of creating content, but also running their own business and building their brand. So I think we're gonna see a lot more of that fine tuning, that calibration, just like a treadmill, across YouTube and across social media. So these are just a few of my thoughts on why people are quitting YouTube, why the social media landscape is shifting so early in 2024. It's going to be an interesting journey to see where we go. I'm having a good time putting out some of these videos where I'm just speaking on my thoughts. So let me know if you're enjoying them. But otherwise, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back in the next one.